Up height. Well, anyway, I cut the rusty section out, which is right here. And you can see the first sill went on here. The second one, I cut it off on this line here. And as you can see, there's another line right above it where there was another sill and the rust that was on the back. So I can't leave that kind of rust on the thin metal on the outside body, because that won't last anymore. Even with undercoating, that won't last. So I cut it out. And of course now I gotta make a patch and somehow put it in without warping it too much. And I managed to get the inner back fender out. So that quite a little job getting that inner back fender out. The back fender needs a little patch put on right here after I unhook the bumper. But it actually doesn't look too bad. It's got most of its metal. And I had to put a patch here. But anyway, yeah, that, as I said, there's one seam for one sill and another seam. So I would have had to weld 2 beads of weld there on metal that rusty. But that wasn't the biggest problem. There's the inner back fender. It goes back in afterwards. The biggest problem was getting this foam out. I got it out after a while. I made a video. It's on YouTube for that. But anyway, so I got my metal cut out in here. There it is. I'll have to take it out on that side as well, because I got quite a bit of welding to do. But anyway, there that miserable thing is. And here's a piece of it that was shoved way up, way up in there, right as far as I can see. You can see it way down inside there. Anyway, I pulled that out. So now I'll make a patch, and at least I can get at the other side for holding purposes, like with a bar through the quarter panel here opening and up there. So I'll just take my time and weld that in and clean it up. Anyway, yep, not over the exciting stuff at all, but yeah, I weld thick metal in that and put it together. It'll last a little longer than welding on that rust with the old stuff. And you can see here it's the same thing. The foam is right here, right just above my finger. The foam's right there, so that definitely has to be trimmed out. It's the same deal on this side. There's what the foam looks like before it's out. And it holds the rust down below. Anyway, that I'll be taking this side out. When I'm done this, I'll be taking that side apart when I get this side done. And the other day there was, I tried to video this earlier, but I missed. That had all kinds of pinholes in it, so I moved the hose out of the way and welded that in the other day. And around that corner there, that was all gone, so I welded that all in, and hopefully I aimed the camera somewhere near right. But anyway, that's welded in quite a bit better than it was. I only work on this thing a couple of days a week. That's all I got in me. And then, of course, I managed to forget where I had this rubber when I was welding across the bottom, and I caught it on fire. So I pushed it back in here when it was still soft and gooey, and got it to fit. And then I had just enough seam seal to smear around it to help hold it there. So that all worked very well. And other than this quarter panel, if I'd left it alone and just welded this little edge here and then body filled where it cracked, I could have just left it, but it wouldn't have lasted because it was already starting to bubble the body fill out where it had a couple holes through it. And that is like 30, like that's about as thin as it can be. So, and this is all new sill, and the sills were new, but they were just sloppily put on. So I'll make a patch here and weld that in. That'll be when I have a little more confidence. But anyway, see you later.